line and look for somebody else's model and then draw it and then send it to me as a models, right? So that is why I'm saying we should ZX USU. That's why I'm saying we should share our screens. If you ZX USU, if you really did the task, so ZX USU. So yeah. Okay, so while I'm opening my Slack to share the screen, let me. Okay, how many people do we have here now? I think we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 16 people in this meeting. Yeah. So but we're 31 in this class. I don't know why we're having 16 people. So okay, let me just share my screen so that would get started. So okay, so share. All right, so everyone can see my screen now. Yeah, I'm very sure you guys can see my screen. Right. Okay, good. So the first thing is for the people that's so we had a task. Excuse me. Okay, good. So we're supposed to submit latest Friday, 12 p.m. So Daniel Akinlabi, like I said, just count your submission as null. Like I'm not going to reference that submission. Yeah. And Ishola Korede, the same thing. I'm not going to reference this, even though I like what I'm seeing. Like at least you did the sketch and you made a 3D out of it. But I'm not going to consider that. I'm not going to consider that it's null. But yeah, let's go to the people that submitted. So so some people got the task, some people did not. Yeah. So let me see. Okay, Stephen Agu, are you here? Stephen, are you here? Stephen Agu, are you here?
I'm here.
All right, good. So your task is not complete. What happened? So you're supposed to have a sketch and a 3D. So what happened? You just jumped into the 3D engine and started working, right? Is this is Cinema 4D, right?
Yes, this is Cinema.
So if I'm correct, you used array of objects, right?
Yes, I did.
And cloner, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So okay, thank you. I like this. This is a very good trial, nice trial, and I like the fact that so this is an abstract thing, right? If I'm
Yes,
correct.
it is. That was
Good. So this is abstract, and okay. So the next thing is well, everybody, let's move on. Let's move on. Thank you very much, Stefan. Well, I was expecting a sketch and probably a 3D model, but that's fine. Then Ogene Fejuro, are you here? Ogene Fejuro.
Yes, I am.
Thank you very much. This is a very good work. I like the fact that you have measurements and you have the sketch. It shows how painstaking you are. So and then the model, I like what you did with it. So this is Blender, right? This is Blender.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and you're using low poly Blender. Can you share your screen? Because I need everyone to share their screen. Like even if it's one,
Okay.
so that I need to be sure that everybody did it and not that maybe somebody did a copy and paste. Do you understand? That's very important.
Yes.
Steven, if you don't mind, so
share my screen.
Yes, I need to see everyone, even as probably as I'm calling your names before we enter the main thing. So that's okay.
Should I share now?
Yes, please do. Okay, please do.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. See your screen, or maybe because I'm sharing. Okay, 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 good. Yeah, I can see your screen. My desktop. This is all
Okay.
right. So, how long have you been using Blender?
Like 3 months now.
Very. This is awesome. Nice work. So let me tell
Thank
everybody,
you, sir.
as everyone is modeling the project, right? The end of the what's it called now? The end of the mentoring project is going to have everybody's models in the project. So, for example, Ogene has this well, like this well model, right? Stefan has that abstract, those abstract shapes and everything. So my goal, or let me say one of the things I want us to achieve, is for everybody to work on a project together, right? Everybody works on the project together, and everybody's models are gonna be in the project, right? So that so it's gonna be like probably an open world scene. It can be one render, and then everybody, maybe you can decide to animate it or whatever, but everybody will work on the same project. So Organ Federo, thank you. Nice one. Nice, really, really nice one.
Thank you,
Let
sir.
me yeah, let me just I want everybody to know that. Okay, Stefan, thank you very much. And see, this is just all I need to see that you did is evident. All right, hold on. So you use corner array and what else? Okay, you have some soft boxes there and everything. Thank you very much. Thank you. So the next person is let me go to the next person. Where's this document? Document, where are you? Excuse me. I'm looking for these documents. I dropped it here. Come on, where did I put these documents? Okay, here. So Ogenefejiro, where is Ogenefejiro? Where's your name? Where's your name? Please, if you can't see your name here, just let me know. If you can't see your name here, just let me know so that Ogenefejiro. Well, I'll do week one. I've not done week one. Okay, Stefan, where are you? Where's your? Okay, here, right here. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the next person is yes, Christian Uyong. What happened? You only drew. Okay, but you say your laptop is bad. Okay. At least you tried, right? You did something. So this Christian's gonna have yellow. At least you tried. You didn't complete it, but you tried. Okay, Tobiloba, what happened? Wait, is Christian Young in this space? Christian Young, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, all right. But you said what was the issue with your laptop, man? What's the issue? What's going on with your laptop? What's the issue?
Well, the cooling system, I don't know. I think I mistakenly hit. So the cooling system is not really functioning. The laptop is not powering on.
I'm sorry.
Once it powers on, it shows that error of cooling system.
Wow. We need to fix that yourself. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
thanks.
All right.
Nice.
So, next person is Tobiloba Fermi. Folaromi. Tobiloba, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
I'm
so what's up? I'm only seeing SpongeBob. I'm not seeing the model. What happened?
I came to you to tell you
Oh,
about my graphics driver.
oh, that's true. Okay. So, please, if you see me using yellow on your name, it doesn't mean that okay, it doesn't mean that where's Tobiloba's name? That you fail something or maybe I'm not giving you what you require. It only means that okay, these people need some maybe how do I put it now? Um help in that sense. But if you see orange and red, just forget it, right? But yeah, Tobiloba, don't worry, we'll find a way around. Tobiloba and Christian, we'll find a way around to make sure that you guys are part of this class and part of this learning process, right?
Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
you're welcome. Tommy Etta, how are you? Really,
I'm
really,
fine. Good
how are you?
morning.
This is
I'm
really good.
fine.
I feel like selling
Thank
this your
you.
work.
Thank you.
Really, really nice. Please, can you show me the source file on
Okay.
your software? This is
Um,
really nice.
how do I share this? I don't know.
You should sell this work as NFT. Actually, it's gonna sell.
Thank you.
Are you in the NFT space?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
Okay.
One
So
of the
for
things.
me, I use.
Mm,
Sorry, can you see my
Continue,
screen?
please.
Okay. Okay. I used
Yes, I
Nomad
can.
Sculpt. Okay. Okay. So I used Nomad. Sorry. I used Nomad Sculpt because my laptop is actually not powerful. And Nomad Sculpt is something I'm quite familiar with. So
Okay.
this is 3D. Um, yeah.
I like this. I like this so much. So I think you're more of an electric and I like what you did here.
Automated.
I'm clapping for you. I just want to make noise, but I'm really clapping for
Thank
you.
you.
Nice.
Thank you.
I like the object glow and luminance and the yeah actually basically the luminance, right, especially for the second picture. You know, it has this the depths and the different luminances of the triangle. This is nice. I think you're trying to
Thank
tell a story. I think you're trying
Yes.
to tell
Yes.
okay, nice one. Maybe next assignment we'll move into storytelling. Nice
Thank
one. For me, Eta.
thank
Let me just mark that out now. Yeah, and yeah, told me last week too. I saw your what's it called? I saw your assignment. You
Okay.
submitted quite 2 years, so I think it was because my phone downloaded it as a document, so I didn't
Oh,
see it. I had to go search again, then I saw it. So by the end of this week, I should be able to put um the scores here. I'm gonna put scores here too, guys. So, oh, okay. Next
okay.
is okay, Alex Olutade. This is a very nice work. In fact, this is what I said should be done. But yes, Tommy, you didn't do what I said should be done, Sha. You're supposed to sketch first, right, before bringing it to 3D. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. So Ogene did it, right? But Stefan did not do it. So Alex Olutade, are you here? Hello, Alex. Is Alex here? Okay. I don't think he's here then. So since he's not here, let me just let me green his assignment, but he's not here today. Mm, Alex, where's Alex? Can't even find his name. Can't find his name. Okay, there it is. Okay, so Alex did his work, but um, guys, please don't forget to always mark your attendance at the end of the class. Okay, Gold Nelson, are you here? Okay, Gold Nelson is not here. Favor Zuruki, are you here? Favor Hello, Favor. Favor is not here too. I think Favor submitted quite early too. Just want us to quickly.
I'm here.
Favor,
I'm here.
where did you run to? Where did you run to? Yeah. But this is not 3D. You know, this is more of illustration. What happened? Or is this sketch and so on? No, this is illustration. Where's your 3D? Hmm?
So I have an issue with my graphics driver, and
No.
I have not really figured out how to use Cinema 3D and then Blender. So I just used Figma to just do that so that I can turn in something and not just the sketch.
That's good. Okay, it's good that you even turned in something, but please. So what's the major issue with your with your driver? What's the issue with your driver?
So when I downloaded Cinema 4D, they told me I needed to upgrade my graphics driver, and I did that, but it's still not clear. It looks weird. It looks like a graph, and I think it's from my laptop. My laptop, the operating system is not up to date, or it's not. It can't carry Cinema 4D or something like that because it
Okay.
looks really bad. I can't see anything there.
Okay. I think we should. I think we should. So for people that can't get the latest version of Cinema, you should get the previous versions to see whether it will work. Maybe version 23 or version 21 or version 17, right? You can get that, and if you can't get all that, right, you can get version you can get Blender, right? The old version of Blender as a that's yeah, you can get Blender actually. Blender works, right? So thank you very much. Okay, Mayowa, are you here?
I'm here, sir. Good morning,
This is
sir.
nice. I like what you did. Thank you. You followed through. Good morning. You followed through the assignment. You followed through the task, and yes, I think I like this.
Okay, sir.
It's just what I demanded, and the reason I'm demanding this from everyone is to see everybody's strengths in the 3D space. So now I know a lot of people's strengths. I know your strengths. I know how Alex Olutade works. I know how Tomieta works, and Ogene, right? Fejuro. I know how. So this is nice. Thank you. Um, Let me just mark your name. That's Mayowa. Okay, Diron.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me look for your name here. Okay, I don't know why I can't find it, but okay, that's it. So Mayowa did a very good job. So the next person is
I don't need to share my screen, right?
please share your screen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Share your screen. You need to, so I'll know that
Okay.
you are giving me original thing. But from what I'm seeing is it's very obvious that you did the work, that it's yours. But share it. But I want to ask a question, you guys. Hope my wife especially hope you did not model first before sketching. Because from what I'm seeing, that's what I think you did. Am I right?
No, 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 no.
You're sure?
Yes, sir. I did the sketch first.
Okay, very good. Nice work. So please share your screen. Let me see. Let me see.
Can you see it?
I can't. I'm just trying to figure out. I think it's still loading or something. But let me check my desktop here. Okay, yes. Thank you, Mayowa. So this is Cinema 4D. This one looks like release 25 here. Well done, Mayowa. This is really nice.
Thank you.
Okay, let me check. Hold on. Let me see it on my desktop to see. Where's Cisco? Okay. So I guess practically you used wow, you used a lot of shapes. That's nice.
Yes, sir.
Geometry and subdivision and okay. Well done, Maiwa. Is this your first time using cinema?
Yes, sir.
Wow. So you saw the 2-hour video I sent, right?
Yes. That was what I followed.
That's good. That's good. Hope everybody saw that video. Please. Hope you all saw that video. Okay. So next is Ogene Kume Edawari. Ogene Kume, are you here?
Yes.
Kume, what happened? Where's your 3D model? This is more of a 2D animation illustration. Where's your 3D model? What happened? Although I like it actually.
I was not able to do that, or rather, I did not think about doing the 3D.
Why? I give an
I
instruction. Yeah,
yes,
what
I
happened?
know. Nothing.
Ha. Nothing. So you just decided to do your
No,
own.
not that I decided. I think I wasn't really. I rather I did not know. Not it wasn't intentional though.
I don't get what do you mean it's not intentional? Because you said you didn't see yourself doing the 3D, and then you said nothing. Now it's not intentional. I need to know. Like I don't
Yeah,
get.
I think I was learning, so I just did with the one I saw, the Grace pencil into the phone.
Omo, I can't even laugh because it's just funny. Please, please. It's let's do what we're asked to do, I beg. So if the character animation will give you a headache, don't worry, let's start from somebody did I'm coming to that person. But let's start from what we can do at first, right? So that we'll be able to flow together as a team, please. Let me look for your name here. I can't find your name. Oh. I can see your name. Your name is not here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Your
can. Yes, I can hear you.
name is not here. Oh.
Wait,
Ah, Your name is not here. Why?
I don't know.
Let me just put Kome first. I would ask I would ask what's her name?
Hear me.
MES. Okay, so all right. All right, let's move to the next person. Next person is Oliseneku Walter Azubike. Walter, are you here?
Yeah.
Azubike,
Yes, I'm here.
why
I'm
why
here.
did you just do something and just drop it and moved on?
Sorry.
You just dropped something and moved on. What happened?
So I'm still learning Blender. That's why
Everybody's
I've not
still
been
learning.
able to make.
Actually, everybody's
Hello?
still learning. So
Yeah.
I said, yes, I said people should draw a simple thing that you can model, right? Sketch it, it, and send it out. So this is fine. You drew this thing, great. But
Yeah.
you cannot model it yet in 3D. So there's no need drawing it and dropping it. If
Okay.
I want to do what I want to do, I can say, as far as I'm concerned, you didn't do this task. But at least you dropped something. I'm happy. But please, it's just a simple instruction. So if you don't know how to model a car, there's no need trying to draw the sketch because there are processes to doing that. There are processes to modeling characters and humans. So if you don't know the process and you're drawing the sketch for me, right?
Yeah.
It only means you just want to draw me a sketch and move on. So what can you do in Blender since you're just learning? Maybe the only thing you can do in Blender, like this person now, look at this beautiful person here, Dorcas, right? Look at so we know that. So this is what this person can do, right? So
Yeah.
I need, please, what you can do, just give it to us. Uh, don't give us what you can do on paper alone, right? So that's that.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much. That's
All right.
Walter. I need to enter these
Yeah.
classes. Where's Walter? Please, if you can find your name, just let me know.
Okay. Is he on the Slack channel?
No. I'm sharing my screen now, so I'm trying to. You can see my screen.
I've not seen it yet.
I'm sharing my screen, so I'm looking for your name. Okay, Walter's name is not here too. Okay, I'm right, Walter. Walter's name is not there too. I don't know why, but I'm gonna ask him. Okay, next is hope I'm still in this meeting, sir. Okay, I am. Next is Ewedemi Isaac. Isaac, nice work. Simple, precise. But please, can you share your screen? Isaac, where are you? Let's quickly share screen. This is 10:30. I like to use the first 30 minutes to do all these kind of things. So please, can you share your screen? Ewedemi Isaac, are you there? Isaac, are you there? Okay. So I think I'm going to add a reaction. Isaac is not here. Who else is not here? Favor. Okay, Favor is here. Gold Nelson is not here. Alex Olutade, you're not here too. So, all right, I move on. Moving on to the next person. Blessing Friday. Blessing, are you here? You reached out to me though.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Bele. I understand your flight. So Blessing is one of the people that reached out to me. I was giving a headache throughout the week. No, so she didn't really task, but she needs help on this level. So where is Blessing? Okay, Isaac. The way Isaac did his work. So where's Blessing? Friday, Blessing Friday. Okay, here. So Blessing needs help with our work, with our computer too. Okay. Next is Dorcas. Dorcas, are you here? Dorcas, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Nice, Dorcas. Nice work. Nice work. So please can you share your screen? We have the sketch of a beautiful robot here and the 3D of the robot. Please can you share your screen? I think I like what I'm seeing. So everybody just needs redefining that. You share your screen. Let me see your baby robots.
Sorry, please give me a minute.
All right. What's your full name so that I'll be able to mark your name?
Dorcas Adisa.
Okay, Dorcas Adisa. Is it Rebecca Adisa?
No, Dorcas Adisa.
Okay. Yes, where's my arrangements? A to Z. Sorry guys. Don't worry. I'll just hold on. No, sorry guys. I'm not seeing my love here. Don't worry. I'm just Dorcas. Okay, I've seen it. Dorcas, yeah. Thank you, Dorcas. You did a great job. Thank you. So are you sharing your screen already? Let me see your
Yeah, I'm
screen.
trying to. My system is hanging.
Oh, Bele. Okay. All right. So while Dorcas is trying to figure out a computer that's hanging, next person is Okongu Stanley. Stanley, what's this? Are you here? Hello, Stanley, are you here? Stanley is not here. I don't think Stanley sketched that. That's a Photoshop effect. This looks more like a Photoshop effect, or this is an effect of an original donut. So I don't think he did an assignment. I'm not in that space. Okay. Eziagu, Priska, Kelechi. Kelechi, are you there? Kelechi.
I'm here.
How far?
I'm here.
Nice work, actually. Nice work. You even gave us characters, but
Can you
we
hear me?
didn't see the 3D of the. Nice work. So the sketching and the yeah, nice work. So let me look for your name. Before I even look for your name, let me look for Stanley. Okay, Eziagu. Kelechi, nice work. Nice work.
Thank you.
Dorcas, are you still there? Okay, since Dorcas is not there, next is Latifat Odubanjo. Latifat. Okay, so Latifat did something. So Latifat doesn't need to share her screen. She took a screenshot. I don't think she's able to render. So she took a screenshot and yeah. Latifat, are you there? Where is Latifat? Oh, okay, she's not here too. No problem. Okay. Latifat's name is not here. What's going on? What's up with this? What's up with this? Okay. Let me just write Latifat. Okay. Okay. Let me just go to the next thing. I think we're spending time. Latifat is not here. Okay. Amarachi, nice work. Nice work, Amarachi. We still have some few pairs to go. Okay, about 4. Amarachi, this is very good. I liked it. And Amarachi, are you here?
Yeah, I am. Thank you.
That's a very nice work. That's a very nice one. You followed what we said you follow. What is your name here? Okay, this is Walter. I've seen your name. Oh. I've seen your name.
All right.
Yeah, I've seen your name. Amarachi, what is your name here? Okay, I've seen Amarachi's name. Really, really good work, Amarachi. Nice work. Okay. Next is I like what you did actually, Amarachi. I like what you did. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Share your screen, please. Let me see. But I'm impressed. Mary God's servant, are you there? Mary God's servant, are you there? Mary God's servant, are you there? Oh, Amarachi, nice one. I see your cinema for the burger. I feel like eating the burger. Since when did you start learning cinema?
Okay, I started learning it after they sent out the invitations. That was last month.
After the class, right?
Huh?
When did you say you started learning it? You started learning it.
Last month, after I got the email that I had been accepted to the program.
Wow, that's nice. That's nice. Good job here. Good job. Well done. Well done. Okay. Mary God servant, are you here? Please,
Yes,
can you just?
I'm here.
I want us to finish this and get into today's
Okay.
model. Okay.
This wasn't what I intended to do.
But you did some.
Yes, so I was trying to extrude, but it just kept coming out like this, and I spent hours, and it became worse. So I now had to like go back and do this.
Okay, so you were trying to build volume. That's
Yes.
extrusion actually. You're trying to build volume.
Oh, wow.
So there are different things. Go to what? Yeah. So this is volume, and volume takes a lot of toll on your laptop, right? So
Okay.
yes. So
Alright.
nice try. I like now that you've made this mistake or you've explored volume, you will know what to do. And you cannot just suddenly extrude a path like that. There are some rules to extruding a path, right? But this is a nice work. Well done. Well done. Well done. So
Thank
the
you.
people that are telling nice work like this, you guys, you are making my head swallow. Mary God servant.
Yes, thanks, sir.
Where's Mary? Mary God servant. Mary. Okay. There. Okay. And then I think is that the last person? Okay, Abisola Okunlola. Abisola Okunlola. How are you, Bisola? Please, can you show me your screen? This is your sketch, eh? It's as funny as anything. But the 3D is so nice. The 3D is nice.
Sorry, I won't be
Please,
able to share my screen because
why?
my laptop is more like a television. Like it can't work when there is no power, and it's
So
been
there's no
raining here
power.
since morning, so there's been no power. But yes, but I can
There's
send
no.
it to you. I don't know, immediately power comes. Yes, we don't have light.
All right, that's fine. So please, do that because I
Can
need to.
I send it to you?
But it looks like something you did because I'm seeing some polygon, what's it called? Some polygonal interference and interactions that are not supposed to be there. So that shows that you're the one that did it. And then I'm also seeing some unclean polygons. I'm seeing some things that, so around this part, right, you see that some polygons are not clean around this part, right?
Yeah.
Here too,
Yes.
here too, exactly. And then probably even your extrusion, right? See, very, very sharp edges. So that's to show that, okay, you're the one that did it. I didn't copy it. Nice work. But still show me your screen share. I'd like to see.
Thank you.
You did this in Blender, right?
I will definitely. Yes, I did.
This is really nice. Bisola Ponlola.
Thank
Okay. Then yes, the next person is oh good. Okonkwo Mmesoma. Sorry if I murdered your name. But what did
Hi,
you
good
do?
morning.
You only How are you there? You only dropped me
Fine.
a talk. Why?
I couldn't
Nothing more.
get Cinema 4D, so I tried to use Blender and try to watch videos to see how to do that. So that's what I could do.
Okay, nice one. Okay, at least you did something. You did the task. So please, guys, let's probably try to adopt what. Please, can you pronounce your name? Mmesoma, abi? Is it
Summer.
eh?
Miss Summer. Miss
Mmesoma.
Summer.
There. Okay, so please let's try to adopt what Mmesoma did because she just found an alternative. Like, so there's no cinema 4D. Moved on to Blender, make sure that she did something. And I like that. That's the spirit of a good animator. Like you improvise. Like if the tool you are desiring is not available, the one that is available should be desirable, right? That's very good. Jennifer Ojiako. Jennifer,
Good morning. I'm
good
here.
morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Jennifer, I think I saw the 3D of this thing that you see, if I'm right.
No, I was one that I was telling you about. You asked me if my how many RAM is my computer? 2 GB.
Yes, so Jennifer and Blessing, I shall know that you guys were two. Jennifer and Blessing were the ones on my neck throughout the week. They couldn't get their computers to do what was needed. Well done. Okay, Rebecca Adisa, nice work. Rebecca, this is a nice work, right?
Yeah.
Please, can you show me your screen? Let me see what you did.
Uh, unfortunately, I can't share my screen. I've been trying to connect with my laptop. I'm currently using my phone to join the meeting. I've been having issues for like 20 minutes now, trying to join my laptop. I don't know what's going on.
Can you just snap it to me and send it? Can you just snap it? Like snap your screen with the well and send it.
Okay, no problem. I'll drop it. I'm trying to restart my laptop now. So when I'm done, I'll drop it on the Slack channel.
Please do. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Rebecca, where's Rebecca? Rebecca's name is where Rebecca is. Okay. Okay, this Dorcas Adisa. Okay, and then this is Rebecca. Are you guys sisters?
Yes, sir.
Are you serious? Both of you. Nice. Hold on. All right. So that's all. Daniel Akombi, you didn't do the right thing. Daniel, are you here? So Daniel didn't do the right thing and he didn't submit on time. He submitted 1 hour after. And also, Ishola Korede did the same thing. He submitted after. See, Korede, after you submit 5:37, Korede, are you here? Korede? I'm not happy. I'm not happy with that. Korede and Blessing Friday. Okay, I've spoken to Blessing before. And Daniel Akombi. Daniel Akombi. I don't like what you guys did. It's not, that's not good enough. All right, so I think I'm done. Yes, I think I'm done. So let's just move on to today's work. Let's move on to today's work. So yeah, last week, bouncing off from what everybody learned through the video. I'm very sure everybody watched the video, right? Did you guys watch the video, please? Like, did you guys all watch the video? Video for the Thank you. Because okay, so that when I'm saying some things, we'll be able to bounce off those things, right? And be able to understand ourselves and come to a consensus. So okay. So next is yeah, so now that we understand the interface, right? Let me go into, excuse me, please. All right. Sorry for that distraction. All right. So let me just. Okay, good. So yeah, now that everybody understands the interface, right? Today's class we're going to be modeling. We're going to be modeling. What's it called? A simple object, right? And the object is what's that? Hold on. I think I put it. When I put this object. Hey, Tomieta, this is your assignment. The other time that I said I was looking for and downloaded. This is your assignment. So yeah. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna be yeah, this time guy, right? We're gonna be doing something very simple today using basic objects, right? And I will be teaching you how to bring objects from Illustrator, right? And how to extrude it, like bringing a path into Cinema 4. There are different ways that you can model. So this modeling method, I'm going to be using box modeling method to model this, right? This simple guy right here. So we have, if we're going to talk about this object, we have a circle here, in which when you turn it into 3D, right? When it's 3D, it turns to what? A sphere, right? Then we have.
Sorry, sir. I think you are not sharing your screen, or is it me?
Maybe it's you.
Your screen is not on, sir.
I'd say you're not sharing your screen.
Thank you guys. Okay, can you now see it now? Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So yes, as I was saying, this is a very simple thing we're going to be modeling, right? So that we would understand how basic objects are. So the first thing to do when you're modeling is to break down the objects, right? Whether it's a complex object, whether it's a simple object, break it down first. Don't look at it as an awesome object and say, okay, this is this, right? Try to break it down and understand the basic component of that object. So let me open that object in my Illustrator right here. Okay, this guy right here. So it's more of an icon, right? But this time it's we'll make it into something like a
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Sir, we can't hear you.
But looking at it intricately in 3D, right? I think what you should be able to decipher what fits the 2D object, right? Which is, I think this a cylinder, right, fits this one better. A cylinder fits this one better. I think I don't like that brush. It's disturbing my life. Okay. I know I'm not saying basic. Okay, let's just continue. Then for this guy, right? You can either use what? What do you think we can use based on these shadows? We can either use a cylinder, right? Or what? A cuboid.
A cube, yeah.
Yeah, we can say cube. Yeah, we can call it cube. But once it doesn't have the same length, breadth, and depth, it's called a cuboid, right? Right. So we use a cuboid for that. Then for this guy, what do you think we can use for these guys? What do you think we can use for these guys?
The cylinders.
Then
Two
a
cylinders.
bend deformer.
So good. I like the answers you guys are giving, but those answers are long journey. So in building algorithms, right? You need to in building algorithms. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. In building all those algorithms, you need to find the simplest objects to use, the simplest process. Somebody said deformer and this, somebody said cylinder and that. So we cannot use cylinder and deformer because there's an object in the 3D scene that's already prepared for that, and it's called a capsule, right? Capsule. So for example, a capsule is like this. Let me show you. A capsule is like a rounded object like this, right? So imagine we put this together, two of these together, and we pick one and rotate, right? And then we do it like this. You see that we have that already. Are you seeing what's going on here, guys? So we need to look for the simplest method to use to recreate objects. Because if you don't look for the simplest method, right, your 3D objects will begin to hang. Let me find this thing. See? You said? What did you say? Okay, good. So we need to find the simplest method. So instead of using a cylinder, or in fact, you can decide to use, for example, a sphere and a cylinder together to get something like this. Imagine this is your cylinder, and this is your cylinder here, and then you probably add a sphere to it like this, right? If you move this up, it still gives you that shape, right? Kind of gives you that shape. But why would you go through this process using two shapes when you already have a one shape that can do it, right? So in this method, we prefer to use two capsules together to intercept, right? We can also decide to say we don't want to use capsules, right? But we want to use path. I will explain that to you now. So path in the sense that, let me change it to black. Path in the sense that once you put it in your 3D object, you will extrude it, but it's going to have sharp edges. It depends on what you want to achieve. Do you want to achieve objects with sharp edges or objects with rounded edges, right? Let's move on. So looking at these little guys in the clock, what do you think will be the things that we'll put in place? It's still the same capsule because they have rounded edges, right? Capsules, these guys. Then this one is what? What's this big one, guys?
Circle.
It's fair.
A torus. That's it. It's a torus because we can't have a sphere because we have
Okay,
hollow.
yes.
Good. We have an hollow inside. Also, there are different ways to do it. Do you know this can also be a cylinder? But you are looking at this. You would have to rotate the cylinder, right? You can rotate the cylinder so that you have to drop material on this white space here, right? So it can be a cylinder facing the camera, right? It can be a torus. But if it's going to be a torus, remember that once you have a torus, you must be able to drop a disk here, right? A disk object. Be able to drop a disk object there so that you'll be able to put a material on that part of your design, right? Then the next thing is these guys too. These guys too are what? Capsules, like I explained earlier, right? Those are capsules. Then this guy, what do you think we should do to these guys? Anybody, so that we can move. It's onto his capsule. Anybody? Have an idea? Okay, good. Since somebody is answering, let me just answer the question. So now, this is the part where you begin to diversify your mind into subdivisions. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Eight gear arms, right? And then we have how many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 16 altogether, right? That means we can drop a cylinder with 16 subdivisions. I will explain all that to you, right? A cylinder with 16 subdivisions. So I haven't broken this down. You'll see that it's very, very easy for you to work with this, right? But like I said, I want to briefly touch on how you can export something from Illustrator, right? So hold on, please. 1 minute. Something. Sorry about that noise. Okay, I'm close to music. All right, so let's move on. So we have all right. So before I even move into this thing, right? Let me copy this and let me create a new. So I want to give you a shortcut, right, to creating an object like this without having to stress yourself. So let me image trace. I'm going to do this very fast so that. So yeah, that's image tracing, right? And then expand, move the colors. Guys, can you hear that? Can you hear that music?
No, I can't hear it.
Wow. But can you still hear me, or is the music loud?
No, there is no musical.
Wow, there's no music. Awesome. Okay. So I've converted this to an outline. What is this thing? Right? So let me undo. So we can pick all this, right? And now in Cinema 4D works with Illustrator very well. So we can save this as an Illustrator file, right? Save it as Illustrator file. But it mustn't be Illustrator 2020. That's the secret. Save it as Illustrator 8, right? And then do OK. So once it's Illustrator 8, you go to your cinema, and then you open, and then you see the Illustrator here. So once you click open, you have settings for, most times you don't need to change anything, right? Only if you know what you are really doing. And then you do OK, and then you see your outline here. And then you see your outline here, right? So the thing to do is that I think somebody wanted to extrude something. I think it was who was that? I think it was
Me.
Exactly. So it was Mary God servant. Wanted to extrude. So this was what you wanted to do. So if we come here, I will use an extrude, right? About. Hold on. I need to close this thing. I need to close this thing. Okay, good. So what is this guy? Lines. Then we'll go to our modeling tools. Where's my modeling? Where's my modeling tool? Let me just go to modeling. Model. Exactly. And then we'll go to where's my no, not tools. Where are you? Okay. Shift C. I don't have time. Extra is it no, not extrude. I'm trying to remember the name of it. So hold on. Exactly, extrude. So we drag our extrude into under the line, right? And then in the settings, we make it hierarchical. So once you click hierarchical, it means that all the children, let me move this here. It means that all the children, right, under this, we call this parents, I call these children because they're in the group, they're in the null. They're in the null of this thing called lines, right? Everything is group. So if I select this one, this path, you see that these are different paths, right? These are different paths. So once I click extrude and make it hierarchical, right, it applies it to the whole object in that hierarchy. And then let me reduce the offset like so. Okay. So now we have an issue. The issue is that from Cinema 4D and from Illustrator, I did not separate it the way I should have separated it, right? So this is supposed to be separate from Let me give it color first. Aha. So we have an issue. So this is supposed to be separate from this. So everything they're supposed to be separated exactly in this manner. So let me just re-export this one. Let me delete this once. This is just a rough work, so but this is not the modeling I want to use. Okay, kill that guy right there. This one. Okay, let's resave this guy. Let's resave this guy. Save as this. Okay, Illustrator 8. Because if you save as any other Illustrator type, you won't see it there. So open. Okay. So my extrude now. So I think I can use my extrude now. Right here, drag this under, make it hierarchical, and reduce this. Exactly. So we have this in 3D, right? Because we've been able to extrude it. But the issue is now that we may not have 100% control as we want to, because we're supposed to separate the objects. So look at this, guys. Look at this. Remember I said that you can use a torus, but this time we're not using a torus, we're using extrusion. So extrusion does this to you. It gives you this sharp edge around here. You see? It doesn't give you that smoothness. But now, let's model it like the way we want to model it, or the way it should be modeled, right? So that was just a tip about how to extrude. So you can extrude anything, any path, anything called path from your cinema and from your Illustrator to your Cinema 4D. You can, like, anything from names to text to visuals, whatever it is that you want to do, right? You can always do that with your extrude. You can always do that with your extrude. Now this time we have the model. So if you check the four-way view, which is this little guy here, if you looked at if you watched the tutorial, right, you would understand what these buttons do. So using the four-way view, we have the top, we have front, we have right. So because this object, this illustration is the front, right, of whatever it is we want to do, so we'll bring it to the front side here. So come to display. So options. Okay, sorry, view. Come to view, right, and configure. Configure. So once you see configure, it brings you to the attribute manager, where you can go to select back, where you can upload your picture. So here we're uploading the picture of our. Let me look for the picture here. Great. So the picture is uploaded, and then you can reduce the size. Right? You can reduce the size. So if you check well, this is the green, the y-axis, and this is what the x-axis. And these two are meeting at the middle, which is like the zero origin. Where is my I want to sketch for you guys. Okay. So like I said, this is the is the y-axis. Oh, that's paint too. I need to doodle. Yeah. Okay. So this is the y-axis, right? And this is the x-axis, right? And this is the point zero, the origin. So we need to make sure that this, right, or let me say, I always love it when my object sits on the line right here. Because if it doesn't sit on the line, it only means that it's under the grid. This is the grid here. Are you seeing the grid? What we are saying is that, so once you start placing your objects, they'll begin to fall under here and above. But if you bring this above, right, by configure, by moving it, the offset now, the y-axis, because we're going up and down. So we'll move it so that we have 100. I think it's 100. Okay, 30. Let me just put that 33. Right? So we have that guy right there. Right? And then let me increase the size X and Y, so that's be bigger. Let's put the offset up there. Okay, so now our model is ready to be used, right? Okay, you need the image. Let me send the image to the group here. Let me send. Sorry guys, sorry about that. I should have given you the image. All right. So yeah, that's it. So if I'm too fast, please let me know. But I want to cover some grounds before 12. At least you should be able to model it and see whether we can render it before we go. I'm still waiting. Do we have anyone following? The people that said I should send it to the group. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm moving on. Okay. So moving on, we go to our modeling right here. But we still have our doodle paint here. Remember, it's just a doodle paint, right? If you paint on something, it's not 3D. It's just for annotations. So don't get it twisted. So we can always come to doodle paint, and we can delete that. I mean, this thing's always disturbing me. We can always come here and delete. So we're not going to have anything. But you can't see your painting, right, in the perspective, like I mean the image in the perspective view. You can only see it in the front view. So let's come to the front view and start placing objects. So the first object we want to place, let's start from the simple objects. We're starting from the spheres, right? I mean the spheres. Then we'll do cylinders. Let me just so that everybody will sphere, cylinder, right? Torus. Yeah, this is a cylinder. Eh?
The one for torus is capsule, you actually said.
Thank you, capsule. Thank you, capsule. It shows you are following. Then this guy too is capsule. Then these guys are two. So all these little guys, capsule. Then this guy can either be a cylinder, and I'll explain, or a torus. So if it's a cylinder, right, this guy is already covered. But if it's a torus, this guy will be a disc. It will be a disc, right? So, and then, yeah, this one is cylinder, right? Like so. All right, now, so let's start bringing in our objects. So the first object is our cylinder, our sphere. So sphere 1. This is the sphere right here. I don't know if you can see it. This line. I don't know if you can, but let me make the view display quick shading, right? So that you'll be able to get what we are doing. All right, so this guy, bring him up. First is looking at the jagged edges, right? So anything you do, let me tell you the secret is anything you do, immediately you select your object, make sure that you come here first. Somebody is texting me, typing a message. What's that? Let me see. Sorry, it should have popped up. I don't know why I can't see. Oh, can you guys still see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know. Please, the person that typed that message, what did you type? Let me see. Said, okay, sorry. Okay, my voice is not breaking. No. Okay, I'm too fast. Okay. Okay, so sorry. Sorry. So I'll slow down a bit. Please, let's fill the attendance. Please don't forget to fill the attendance, please. Please don't forget. Okay, so let me go slowly. Let me go slowly. So any object you select or any object you pick, right? The first thing to do is to make sure that you come to the attribute and tune it according to what you want, right? That's the first thing you should do, not trying to manipulate her. Well, you can always try to manipulate and try to resize, but I always love it when. So we come here, right? Yes, the attendance has been dropped. Go to the chart. You'll see the chart by Design Pal. Said kindly fill the attendance form.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, so the first thing is, first I would love to reduce my radius. But before I even reduce my radius, you see the segments are 16. Segments mean the number of segments, as the case is, right? So segments is the number of subdivisions. So we have 1, 2, if you look at it very well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right, that's why we have. Who is calling? Who is messaging? Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's the attendance, please. Okay. Okay, so since we have 16, right? 16 segments. So we have to come back to the shape and say, I like my design to be smooth, right? So instead of trying to look for using subdivision surface, this is not the best thing to use. The best thing to use actually at first is to make this smoother. And let me tell you a secret about 3D. Well, let me say a secret about algorithm is that computer calculates easily, right, when it uses even numbers like your 2, 4, 8, right, 16, 32, 64, 128, and so on. You see that I didn't put 2, 4, 6 because if you divide 6 by 2, you have 3. So a computer algorithm calculates easily when you have even numbers. So that's why we have 64 bits, 32 bits. Computers are like the algorithm for most computers are in even numbers that can be divisible easily by 2, right? At least twice. So knowing that behind your mind, you should be able to say, because this is 16, I should not say 20. I should not say I want a subdivision of 20, right? It will give, whether you like it or not, it will give your computer a bit of more hard time to calculate because it is not an even number. Because if you divide it by 2, you have 10. Now divide 10 by 2, you have 5, right? So this is a problem, right? So it should be divisible by 2 to the point that you get 1. For example, if you do 16, right, divided by 2, you have 8, right? Divided by 2, you have what? 4.
8.
Divided by, you have what? 2. Divided by 2, you have 1. That's what I mean. It's not that you should have 50 and say 50 is divisible by 2 now, 25. So what happens to 25? Or maybe 20, like I said, you have 10 and 5. What about 5? You have 2.5. So there's a problem. We cannot do that, right? So what we'll do is we would say 32, but 32 doesn't look too smooth for me. I don't like it, right? Let me increase this. I don't like it. It's still jagged. Are you seeing it? I'm still seeing jagged, right? So I can make it what? 64. So I think 64 is fine visually, right? And then render perfect. I'm trying to tell Cinema 4 you render it perfect when you render. So once we have that, and then we have different types of spheres too. We have the hemisphere, we have the tetrahedron, we have. So you may not even see what these things do until you see. I turned on the outline. So you see, as we turn on the outline, and all these spheres have their main purposes. But for the reason of this class, right, let's use normal sphere. We have for probably modeling human head, this is the best sphere to use, the hexahedron, because of how the polygons are arranged. But let's for the reason, then we have the icosahedron, right? But let's just move to our standard and then let's reduce the radius to fit our image. So since that is reduced, let's pick our object back. Let's pick our object and move it to where we want it to be moved to. So let me just hide this guy. Okay, so yeah, that's our object, object 1, right? So that we won't stress ourselves, all we just need to do is copy and paste. So by holding Control, hope I'm not too fast. Hope I'm not too fast. Okay, so by holding Control, right? Because we are in the front view, right? We only have 2 axes visible to us, which is X, right? X and Y. Because we're in the front view. Let me have another doodle. So because we're in the front view, we only have Y, X and Y. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, now you sabi. Okay, so we have Y and what again, like I said, X, right? So if you remember, I said X means red, right? Y means green. So if you check the object manipulation axis, the gimbal for the object, you see that we have green and red. That means you are only available to move on X and Y. See, the Z is blue. You can't move it. In fact, as you are moving it, it won't show in front. But if you look at it in perspective, you've moved it. Let me show you something. Are you seeing it? I see that it's moving here in perspective. Let me zoom in. See that it's moving, right? But we don't want to do this. We don't want this. So let's just return it to where it's supposed to be. Good. So that's where we want it to be. So the reason I explained that is because of this little guy at the middle, right? The X middle point, the Z middle point. So this one allows you to move it diagonally. So we click our control. Control is to copy. Instead of doing Control C, Control V, just shortcut Control, hover over this, click and drag, right? Why are you doing this? Okay. Okay. Yeah, Control, click and drag. So we have that sphere copied. The same thing we do here. We have the sphere copied. Here, we have the sphere copied. Right? So the next thing is to bring out our cylinder. There are different ways to even do this one. This guy right here. There are different ways, right? Advanced ways, but we are not going advanced ways now. So the first thing I would advise you guys to do is to you can rename your cylinders. It's very, very important. Rename your objects, right? But since they are in the same group, right, I like to group them. And a very good way to group objects in Cinema 4D is to drop them in a null object, right? The shortcut is Alt G. It's just like pressing Ctrl G. So if you select everything, yes, duplicating, yes, you just duplicate it by clicking this angle, click and drag. That's all. See, I'm duplicating. That's all. That's how to copy. So Alt G. After selecting the whole sphere, right, you click Alt G, or you right click and you group objects. Where is it? Group objects. You see, the shortcut is Alt G. So once you group objects, it puts it into a null so that you can move them at the same time, right? Instead of having them and then let's rename them spheres. Right? So that your computer have issues. So that computer won't have issues rendering. There's no need to convert these objects to editable objects because you don't need their subdivisions actually. So just leave it like that. You don't need to manipulate them. So just leave them like that. They're spheres. So next is cylinder. So the same thing we did with the sphere, we're doing with the cylinder too. So bringing our cylinder right here, right? And then we take it up, and we reduce the cylinder, right? Where's my gimbal? Okay, there we go. Right? By we have the move, rotate, and scale. So by scaling down, we scale down. Either you scale down manually, or you come to the attributes, right, and you scale down the radius. First off, sorry, my drawing tablet is clicking something else. Okay, so let's bring this down, reduce the height, right? And then let's rotate. Let's rotate 45 degrees.
Sir,
What
you're
is wrong
breaking up.
with this young thing? It's not. Okay, how about now? Can you hear me? Am I still breaking?
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
I think
Maybe it's your
a
network. Oh.
it's a network. Sounding very well.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Maybe it's your. All right. I don't know why. Oh, I don't know what is wrong with this thing. World mode. It's not moving on my screen. It's not moving. That's strange. That's very
Maybe
strange.
I think maybe you added it in it since in edit mode. Maybe you added it with the spare. Maybe we have to be in object mode and then add it, and then I don't know if it affects it.
Seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. I mistakenly clicked edit mode. Sorry. No. I didn't mistakenly click anything. It's not supposed to give me this issue. It's not supposed to give me this issue at all. It's not supposed to. Object mode now. Good. Okay, I was not in object mode. Yeah, object mode. All right. So good. Thank you. So yeah, let's move it up and then let's rotate it to to about 45 or 15 degrees, holding shift to constrain your angles, right? So if let me just continue. And then move this guy here and then reduce. So I'm using the handles to reduce these things instead of trying to come here and trying to reduce the radius. Most times it's better you just do it here, right? So that you're going to have something that is more precise. And then okay, so that precise, we have that, right? Then the next one, like I did, we are copying this guy and then we're rotating. As simple as that. And then increasing this. Then the same thing. Right, and we're moving. I don't think I'm too fast now because I am assuming we understand these tools now. So my second cylinder is not straight. Straighten it up like so. Okay, it's not still straight. So. Okay, good. So we have that. If we check our perspective, you see that we are in sync, right? We're so much in sync. So let me save our work. Okay, let me save our work. And then the next is, let's put a cylinder here, a cylinder right here. So like we did before, come here and select our cylinder, right? And then let's work on the radius and the height and move. Now I'm moving faster because I now expect you guys to know what it is I'm doing. But now my objects are blocking my reference. So I don't want that. So I come back to my display and choose lines. So that's my cylinder right there. So I want it to be precise. I'll reduce this guy. So take this guy up. Make sure it's sitting on the capsule here. Because remember, it's not 2D, it's 3D. Things don't really hide themselves in 3D. Then we copy. But before we copy, if you notice the edges of these guys are rounded, but our cylinder is like a sharp-edged object. If you check well. So if I come to this guy, see that is a sharp-edged object, right? We don't want that. So what we want is the cylinder. This is the last one. Okay, let me group these guys. In fact, instead of doing that, I'll just bring this here and call it, instead of calling it spheres, I'll call it what do they call these things, Seth? what's the name of this thing? Okay, let me just put graph. Let me just put graph.
Atom, I think.
Okay, so atom, yeah, array, yes, atom graph. It's an atom graph. Okay, so let's just have that. Then for this guy, remember subdivisions are very, very important. We don't want anything jagged. This is 16. So we'll come back here. Okay, this is 4. No, that's height segment. 16. So let's do 64. Remember, we are doing 2 for multiple of 2, perfect 2s. So that, and then we have, you can also change orientation. So remember, I was telling you something about cylinder for this guy. For this guy, where is he? For this guy, cylinder, right? So this is where the secret is. You can change orientation, right? That's where the secret is. But let's move on. Okay, so rounded edges, that's the secret. So we want to round the edge. So we want a fillet, right? A fillet. So you see, once we have fillets, it gives us those rounded edges. And then we can make the fillets this way, right? So we have something, more rounded than the sharp edge we had before. So let's just copy this guy. Let's just copy this guy. Number 2, right? And no, I don't want it to be an object. Sorry. Number 2. Then reduce this, bring this down, increase this a bit. Do the same thing for this guy. Simply for this guy. And then, yeah, this guy too. So as far as I'm concerned, remember, this is box modeling. It's nothing special. It's not point modeling per se. It's more of box modeling because you're just dropping primitive objects and you are moving on with your life. Nothing serious, right? Nothing serious. So let's move on. Then capsule, right? But I think I want to change my mind on this as a capsule. But let's drop a capsule first. But my mind is telling me that a capsule may not be able to do it because of the radius and diameter, because of the diameter of our cylinders. But let's have that first. So let's drop a capsule right there. No, sorry, not there. So where are you, capsule? Capsule, right there. So let's rotate our capsule on the x-axis. Remember, so we'll do x, right? Just click that instead of doing 90 degrees. Cinema 4D has really improved a lot of things here. Then the radius. Reduce the radius. Let's take it up. But like I said, there's a chance that we may have issues using this one. But let's see what it holds for us. Okay, so let's reduce the radius of the capsule. So now, yeah, so we reduce the radius to what we think it should be. This one is not sitting well. Because it should cover everything. All right, so let's go to our perspective and see. So yeah, here's our perspective. So you see the issue? It's bigger than what we expect or what we wanted. So what I would like to do in this case is to convert this object to what? An editable object, right? And the best way to do that, right, is to click, type, is to, the shortcut is C, pressing C. So once I press C, so it's already editable. Now this time I can actually manipulate the polygons around. You see, I can manipulate those polygons, but that's not what we want to do. What we actually want to do is to stretch it. We want to stretch it. So it is 3D. You're allowed to stretch objects, right? I might decide to stretch it like this, right? I want to stretch it, and but before I even do that, I think it should have more subdivisions. Let me undo. So come to capsule, and the rotational segments, let's put it on 64. The cap segments, let's put it on 32. And the height segment, let's leave it on 4. And then let's edit it and pull it out. So we have something smoother by this edge, right? We have a smoother edge, like so. So our cylinders this time have to sink into this thing because they're not sinking well. So I pick my cylinder 1, drag it up, cylinder 2, drag it up, right? Cylinder 3, drag it up, and the last cylinder, drag it up. And I'll pick everything and we take them down. So they'll be inside. So if we check, exactly this is what we want, right? Remember to save. Hope you guys understand to this extent what I've been doing.
Please, how did you drag it inside, or this last step you just did?
Okay, what I did was I went to each cylinder, right? The handle, this handle, are you seeing this handle? This handle controls the height
sir.
of your.
Okay.
Yes, so once you have the height, make sure that it's intersecting the capsule down there. The second one too, the same thing. The third, same thing. And of course, the last guy. Like so, right? So once we enter, you see that everything now is on point, sitting where we want them to sit, right? So we can pick all the cylinder family and say bar charts. Let's bar charts. So bar charts. All right. So the next is let's do the big guys because time is going. Wow, we have 30 minutes more. Okay, let me do this guy right here. So we bring in a cylinder. So this is a very, very interesting one. I can also put this cylinder instead of bringing in a new one, right? The old cylinder I use in the bar chart, I can copy it out and say, okay, I want you out copied. How did I do that? I just went to the bar chart, holding my control, click and drag out to copy it out, right? So that's it. That's what I did. Then, okay. Then we move to. Sorry, I'm trying to check something on my phone. Oh, what is going on here? No. Sorry, guys. Something is not right. I'm trying to. Wow. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's move on. So, then we rotate this in the Z axis. So it's going to face us like so, right? And then we'll move it here to make sure that it's at the middle. And then we increase the radius, the diameter, I mean, everything's the same thing. So once that is increased, we then, first thing is we reduce the rotational segment. Remember, when I was explaining, I said we have how many rotational segments here? We have about 16 rotational segments, right? So the 16 rotational segments, we change it here to 16, right? 16. Remember, it's a multiple of 2. So Who is? Are you? What's going on? Please, can you mute yourself, please? Thank you. This is not good. This is not good. Okay. And then, sorry, something is distracting me here. I'm trying to figure out something else. Wow.
Seems the torus is.
All right. You what?
I think the torus is between the histogram and the capsule.
Of course, we've not gotten there. We've not gotten there. We've not gotten there yet. All right. So if you check well, we have points that are touching. If you, how do I explain this now? So you see that we have something like a triangle. Like this is not supposed to. So this is a point at the middle of a line. It shouldn't be, right? So all we need to do is to rotate this cylinder. Rotate this cylinder like so. So once it's rotated, so that you're going to have flat face facing flat face. You get what I mean? So you see this flat is on flat, then flat is on flat. And then we go to the height, we reduce the height. In fact, before we reduce the height, let's kill the fillet. We're not supposed to have a fillet, right? And then we kill the height. The height is too much, we reduce the height, so like that. So once the height is reduced, right, we have something. I like I don't know who made that observation. Woo! Semaphore has crashed. Hold on. Let me just reopen it. I don't know why it crashed, but press Cinema 4D. I have to close it. Sorry, it's staying. Not even in the. Okay, crashed. So let's open it again. Let's open it again. Let's open it again. No, not 23. Not 23. I want to open 23, 25. Okay, so let's continue. Hope. Oh my God, see where I am. Okay, thank God I saved it. So that's another reason to keep saving your work, guys. Please make sure you save your works. Make sure you save your works at every point in time. Save your works. All right. So let us copy that. I'm going to work faster now. So because we've passed that place, and then put this at the middle. Put this guy. Okay. Change the rotational segments to 16 from what we counted earlier. And then rotate it. Let's rotate it this way. Like so. Yes, so sorry, something is really distracting me here. There's something going on. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Hmm. 31. 31. All right. So Okay, so the next thing is, remember that we calculated the segments initially. So now this time we're going to calculate the rotations. Let me draw it out for you. So we have this, right? One. No, it shouldn't be in black. It shouldn't be in white. This thing should not stress me. Too stressed. Okay, so black one, right? Then 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So we have 5 rotational segments. So let's go. Pick this and we'll do no, not rotational segments. That's height segments, height. Okay, I would cut it because it's not here. It's supposed to be the cap segment. The segment on the cap. Okay, it's here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you notice, this increases. So we have, yeah, like that. 5 segments, right? Then what next? What next? I think that's about it, because you must know your segments before you convert your objects to a what's it called? To an editable object in that sense. So let me save this file and let's reduce the height. Well, just like somebody suggested the other time, or observe that this is in front of this is in front of this, and this is in front of this. So our layering, so we have to come to the right. So this is where we do layering now. So no, let me if I go to the right, let's move this forward. Good. So this is in front here, like so, right? And then yeah. So what we do next is, let us make this let us make it an editable object, right? Let's make it an editable object by pressing C. Now it's editable, and then we have our segments. The shortcut to make the outline show is ND. If you don't know the shortcut, come to display and click on quick shading lines. We have different kind of shadings. We have Cohort shading, we have constant shadings, but I like quick shading lines. So it shows me the line and how my objects will look, right, when I'm done. I just rendered it, just shortcut Control R. Okay, so moving on. Because we have 16 segments, 16 solid segments. So let us select the segments that have the gears. The segments that have the gears, which is let me pick this, right? So let me first do this first. That's wrong, because I'm comparing this and this. So this is what we want to extrude out, this segment here. In fact, before we extrude it out, object mode, everything has to be smaller. Yes, let's make it smaller, so that by the time we extrude it out, it's where we want it to be, right? So going back to our polygon mode, we select the polygon, like the surface, like polygon surface mode, and then once that is selected, our cylinder, I think it's this one right here. Exactly. So this guy, right? So in doing that, we'll now select alternatively, since we know the first one to select. So the second one is what? Is this one. Holding your shift, click and drag over. The third one is this guy, right? We're selecting 8, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7. Let's remove this. And of course, number 8. Oh, no. Number 8 right here. Right? So everybody, just as we always do, we extrude, right? We extrude. And in extruding, the shortcut is D. In your Blender, you know what to press if you're using Blender. So we extrude out. extrude out until it gets here to that part of it, right? So check it here. We have our gear, right? We have our gear. So this is another way to do it. Let me do something. Okay, so since that is done, the next thing is to smoothen it, because this is too rough for what we're doing. We have a pattern, we have a shape, we have something we're following, right? So in doing that, we would actually come to subdivision surface and make your cylinder a child of the subdivision surface right there, right? But now that it's a child, don't you feel that it is too smooth, right?
Yes.
I feel it's too smooth, right? So
Yes,
this
sir.
is where we use knife. We start cutting stuff, right? We start cutting edges. At first, this may confuse you or it may do you one kind, but we use knife. There are other methods to use, but this is the good old method I love and I use. So you select your object and you use your knife by pressing KL. KL is just like the shortcut, right? KL. So it has a line cut, like loop knife. Or if you press K for the knife, right? So it's going to tell you what kind of knife do you want to use. You want to use a path or loop. Most times it's loop, right? You use the loop knife to correct things like this. So watch closely. So once I cut this path, right? See that it straightens up.
Yes, sir.
And this, and this, and this. If I need to be precise, I can actually cut everything at a particular length, but I don't think I have that time anymore. The way you
Sir,
can do that is,
are you
yes,
are you just touching or placing
yeah,
the edges?
I just touching, just touching. So on the lines, you just click, and the knife will automatically cut those places. That's it, right? That's it. Yeah, but in fact, our gear is smaller, but it's not a problem. So it's not a problem. Okay, so let's move forward. Let's move on. So also, if you check well, the subdivisions are too much. We have a lot. If you convert this to an object now, we have a problem. So in order to avoid that, we can reduce our subdivision to 1, right? And also it helps your computer render. It helps your computer render faster. So subdivision has been reduced to 1. Then the next is if you look at this well, I think because this has a dark shape, right? It only means that this object, right, is hollow inside, right? So let's just do that. So let's pick this white, right? Should we make it hollow? Yeah, let me make it hollow. So so let's do D, right? And let's just bring it in a bit. We should actually do the other side. So I don't know why my drawing tab is, or is this Cinema 4D that is hanging? I don't know. It's not responding. Okay, okay, we're back. So let's go to so in selection, right? I want to select the front and the back. Remember, anything you click on, right, has the attribute here. So in selection, I want visible only to be toggled off, because I want to select the selection behind. Once I toggle that off, I select this. It's going to select the front and the back for me. You see? Select the front and back, and then I take it in by using D. Extrude. I extrude it in, right? And then the next is I would want to extrude. If I've switched off the subdivision surface, so we know what we're doing. Then I want to extrude out This is, okay, I think I should bring this out.
Yes.
The white should come out, then this should be in. Yes.
Inside.
Yes, so let's reverse that. So the white should come out like so, right? And then the next one should be in, which is which one? Which is this, the gray part.
The gray part.
Which is, yes, which is, so in my selection, come to select. I don't want to be using too much shortcuts for you guys, but come to select and press loop selection, which is UL. That's the shortcut, loop selection. So we can select this loop, right? And yeah, this loop. And then let's take them in by pressing D. Remember, wait, did we select the one behind? Nope. So let me just this, no. This and this, right? Selecting both, and then D, take it in. Make sure they don't intersect, because once you have intersection, that's when this thing change to blue. So just add about that. And then what next? Let me save. I think this one is out. This one comes out. Okay, so automatically that one comes out. But I may want to add it myself. I may want to, do a fizzy. So it depends on you. You want to add one or two things. It doesn't have to be extremely what it's there. So I think I want this to come out. So I extrude it inner, right? And then I bring it out. I can even take it in.
No, sir, out.
Let me bring it out. Yeah, it's fine like this. Let me bring it out. Yeah. So at the end of the day, we have at least a working gear system for our illustration, right? So
yes.
let me turn this on, and we have something like this, right? So I've turned on my subdivision surface back. I turn it back on. I turn it back on. Then the next thing is okay. The next thing is the this cylinder guy. I think we should have this as a cylinder, right? I think we should have it as a cylinder. Yes. Instead of using a torus. I can also use a torus though. Let's use a torus. Let's use a torus. Or what are we voting? Torus or cylinder?
Torus.
Let's use a torus then. Okay, good. So let's bring in a torus. And let's change the orientation to Z. Reduce the diameter of the radius. And then let's bring it to the middle. So I'm working faster now. I assume that everybody knows what I'm doing. All the buttons I'm pressing. Okay, increase the torus. And then let's drag our torus to the middle. But let me reduce the diameter because that's too much. If you check here, so the diameter should, no, not that. The pipe radius, I mean. Pipe radius should reduce, and then this one should increase. Exactly, like so. Yeah.
So we didn't get that too.
I reduced the pipe radius. I just came here and the attributes, I worked on the attributes, yeah? So that it will fit this guy, right? It's supposed to fit in. Let me increase the radius. Increase this one, reduce this one. Yeah, like so. Perfect. So the next thing is bringing this guy forward, because remember, it's in between this and that, like so.
Yes.
Right. So the next is let's add our disk for the middle. So add our disk, rotate the disk 90 degrees, or you can always, do what I did right here. Just flip it So I'll do this and flip it z-axis. That's all. And then let's bring it to the middle again. Remember, in selecting all these tools, this is where you select the movement tools, right? Then scale tool, you can scale it down and scale it down, and then move it and move it like so.
The middle.
Yes, the middle, and scale it up. Yep. Make sure that it's in between your torus. So my torus is here. I move my torus here, right? So we have that guy. I think it makes it easier instead of using a cylinder, right? So okay, I want us to finish this modeling before we go for the day. Then probably we can next week we'll do okay. So the task is for you to go render, put what's it called, materials on this and render, right? Materials and render, so that we'll go. Okay, so the next is my capsules. Now this is very interesting. This next step, we want to use cloner for our capsules. So we have a capsule. Where's my capsule? Capsule. Eh? You said? Who is there?
I didn't get the tax. What's the tax again?
And the task is this model that I've modeled, right? Everybody should go and you replicate it if you've not replicated it, or maybe you're in this class or not. Replicate it and then render it. You put material and render out. Do you understand? That's it. You put material and render out.
Please, will the recording be posted?
I don't know. I think we may need to ask Kemi for the recording of this class. I don't know about that. I'm not in charge of that. So, okay, so let me just work on this. Increase the height of my torus, of my capsule, reduce the radius, reduce the height, like so. I think I should just come back to object mode and zoom in. All right, like so. So, and then we'll bring this guy. Let's bring him into a cloner. So a cloner is supposed, as the name implies, it clones an object, right? So we'll come to more graph, cloner. I'll make this a child of the cloner. So now, what we want is we want it to be circular, right? So we'll come to the cloner setting. First, we'll change it from grid to what? Radial. That's the first thing. And then the count is how many? Because we have big and small, right? So let's make 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. The radius is okay. Then we need to orient it to the right. We need to orient them, to the right orientation. Please, guys, give me some few minutes. We'll soon leave. This is already 12:02. Just want to finish up this, guys, so that we'll go. And then so let's orient this to, yeah, like that, XY, right? So after orienting, we bring everything to the middle, right? Like so, right? Make sure that the middle blue is at the middle of the clock. Don't mind whether this is here. So just make sure it's like this, and then we'll have to change the radius of the cloner. So by reducing the radius, your clones come to where they're supposed to be, right? So such that, let me increase this, such that if we come back here and bring this to the middle, right? So we're gonna have something like this, right? At the middle. Do I want it to show up behind? Maybe not. Maybe a bit. because I'm not showing the bar. Yeah, this is what we want. Then this same thing, I'm going to copy and paste it. This same cloner, right? So I'm going to copy and paste it. So we'll come to our illustration. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's clone this twice. 1, 2. So this one cloned, we would rotate it. The start angle. Let's come back here. So that will be on point. So the start angle should be like so. No, I don't want to mess with the start angle. Instead, we just do a manual rotation, right? Rotate it manually, like so. And then we increase the radius so that they will enter the clock. The radius. Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
Also, I understand that it's the cloner that you're
I can't hear you.
what?
I
I said
can't
I
hear.
understand that it's cloner. Hello?
Okay. You understand what?
So is the cloner that you're editing this second one?
Yes, it's a cloner. Yeah, it's a cloner, not the cylinder, not the torus.
Capsule itself.
Not the capsule. I mean, it's a cloner because now the capsule is the child of the cloner, right? So it's a cloner we are editing now. It's a cloner, yeah.
So will the cloner? So I want to ask, is it possible to actually edit the caps like that if it is like instead of
You can like edit the capsule like how?
as reducing the height?
Yes, you can reduce the height actually. Yes, because the
Cloner
capsule is
itself will also
yes, you can reduce the height actually. Yeah, you can do that. For me, I just prefer let everything be the same height, and then since we have a torus that is big enough that can hide the objects, I just prefer expanding the radius of the cloner instead of reducing the height of the capsule. If you get what I mean. Is you
So,
can do, yeah?
editing the capsule with the clone, does it have any effects?
Editing the
that's
capsule.
my question. Editing the capsule, will it also affect the cloner?
Editing the capsule will it affect the cloner? Yes, it will affect not the cloner, it will affect other clones in the cloner. Do you understand? I'll do that now. Hold on. So for example, wow, okay. For example, see this. If I pick a cloner from this cloner now, this guy, this capsule, right? Check something. If I increase the height, you see, it's affecting the entire object in that cloner because the cloner is taking reference from that object itself. So imagine that you have an animation. See, this is how animations come to play. So you have, for example, here you keyframe. Where's my keyframe? Where is it? Okay, yeah, that's it. You keyframe, right? And then you come here, you say, I want this to do this, and then you keyframe, and then you come here, say, I want this to go back, and you keyframe. By the time you play, right? By the time you play your keyframe, you have, oh, sorry, come back here. We do where is it? Height. Okay, we do the height, a keyframe. Come back here, do this height of the capsule, take it back, keyframe. When we get to animation side, I would explain different type of keyframing in cinema. So yeah, so if you play, right? So because I'm just manipulating the capsule only. Can you understand? So imagine that you are now manipulating all the capsules together and they are doing all these things together. Instead of me manipulating the cloner, I'm just manipulating the capsule as the case is. So if you manipulate the reference object, right, every other object in the cloner will be affected. You get what I mean? Get the point? To be affected. Okay, so let me do this guy so that everybody will run away and we'll go. So capsule, we still need a capsule. So let me copy this capsule out. Just one of it as capsule. And then I bring it to the
Sir,
middle. Yes, ma.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
These two clock hands, are you going to fuse them together or?
Yes, I would what's it called? I'll make them booleans. Right? I just copied and pasted. So if you're wondering what happened there. All right. So this and this, right? Bring them together and put them under a bool, like so. So if you bring both of them and drag them under a bool, you now have the intersection. Let me come back here. So you see, we have A and B, right? So we have A subtract B, A union B. So we're doing A union B, right? A union B, like so. High quality. So once we do that, I can select everything, right? And probably, you know what? I connect the object and delete. So it's now one object now. Do you get what I mean? It's now one object.
Okay, sir.
That's what I did. So good. So the last one is still this same guys. So we're going to do the same thing with the capsule. Let's have a capsule and then we'll go this capsule, copy, right? And then we'll put this here. Let's zoom in. Let's rotate it. And let's drag it out. Then the same thing, rotate it. Let's drag it out. So let's make it a bool, a boolean or whatever. Let's make sure that it's done right. All things being equal, assuming that this thing is done right. I'm assuming. All right, so these two capsules again, bring them together under my bool. No. Under my boolean. What's my boolean? Bool. Bring this here, right? And then A union B, right? And then convert it to what? Object and delete. So it's now an object. And all we need to do after converting to object, you just copy. You just copy it by holding your control, click and drag. Click and drag. But I want to tell you, before I even do that, there's a secret to all this. So check something. If I want to rotate this object, you see that it's not rotating along its axis, right?
Yes,
so there's an issue there. So we may need to, wow, wait. Something is going on with, sorry guys. I need to attend to something very, very important. This is not good. This is not good. Wow. Okay, so in order to correct that, right, all we need to do is to press press the L key, right? And let me just try to put the axis at the middle. So I'm just realigning the axis so that once I press R, it rotates around this axis, right? I think it's better. So let's just copy like this. I may have to go very soon and like this. Yeah, so that's it. So we have our full objects right here, right? So guys, I think I've come to the end of the modeling. If you care, come to the end of modeling. If you have any questions, do let me know. If you want me to drop this number, do let me know. So, and if you have any questions, just drop it in the group. I don't think I'll be able to take any questions now because we've overspent our time by about 15 minutes. So thank you very much, guys. It's been super amazing to be in this class and to learn.
Thank you, sir.
So the task, like I said, please replicate this thing, add materials to them, and render them out. Right? Replicate, add materials to them, and render them out. So at this point, I would like to say a very good thank you and have a very, very blessed day, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye.